Alkanes and halogenoalkanes chemistry flashcards. What are alkanes? Now, please don't judge me, you have to know all the content for chemistry. Likewise, with every subject, you need to also go through the basics. What are alkanes? Why alkanes saturated? Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons, they only contain single bonds, hence the saturated. Define cycloalkane, state general formula of cycloalkane. Cycloalkane, a ring of carbon atoms with two hydrogens attached to each carbon. I did not include the general formula, which is a shame. A ring of carbon atoms with two hydrogens attached to each carbon atom. Petroleum is a mixture of hydrocarbons made up of alkanes. Petroleum is crude oil, a mixture of hydrocarbons made up of alkanes. Describe how fractional distillation works. This is probably the most important flashcard. Crude oil is vaporized at 350 degrees Celsius. Vaporized crude oil is passed into a fractionating column, and the fractionating column rises up through trays. The crude oil vapor passes up the fractionating column where it is cooler. What happens to largest hydrocarbons? What happens to hydrocarbons with lowest boiling point? Largest hydrocarbons, they run to the bottom to form a gooey residue. They do not vaporize at all, whereas hydrocarbons with lowest boiling point, they're drawn off as gases at the top of the column. Cracking, breaking long-chain alkanes into smaller hydrocarbons. Breaking long-chain alkanes into smaller hydrocarbons via breaking carbon-carbon bonds. State key fact about the chain break. Where the chain breaks is random, so you get a different mixture of products every time you crack a carbon. 3 key characteristics of thermocracking. High temperature, high pressure produces alkenes. Alkenes make polymers. High temperature, 1000 degrees Celsius, high pressure, 70 atmospheres of pressure. 3 key characteristics of catalytic cracking. High pressure, high temperature, slight pressure, high temperature being 450 degrees Celsius. It also uses zeolite catalyst. It also produces aromatic hydrocarbons and motor fuels, and a catalyst cuts costs. Why do alkanes make great fuels? Because burning a small amount releases loads of energy, and two places alkanes are burnt: power stations, central heating systems. What happens when hydrocarbon undergoes incomplete combustion? And two disadvantages of carbon monoxide gas. When hydrocarbon undergoes incomplete combustion, we get carbon monoxide gas, and two disadvantages of carbon monoxide gas is poisonous. Carbon monoxide also, the molecules bind to the same sites of hemoglobin molecules in red blood cells as oxygen molecules. What happens when carbon monoxide binds to the same sites on hemoglobin molecules in red blood cells? Oxygen can't be carried around the body. How can soot be formed, and what does soot cause? Soot is formed by incomplete combustion. Soot causes breathing problems, and soot builds up in car engines. So soot is formed by incomplete combustion. Soot causes breathing problems, and soot is builds up in car engines, meaning it won't work properly. 3 things ground level ozone causes: irritates people's eyes, aggravates respiratory problem, causes lung damage. How is ground level ozone formed, and what happens to sulfur dioxide we get into the atmosphere? Ground level ozone is formed by hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides reacting in the presence of sunlight. If sulfur dioxide gets into the atmosphere, it dissolves in the moisture and then converts to sulfuric acid, causing acid rain. 3 things acid rain causes: acid rain destroys trees and vegetation, corrodes buildings and statues, killing fish and lakes. How can sulfur dioxide be removed from power stations? Use powdered calcium carbonate or calcium oxide mixed with water to make an alkaline slurry. Then the flue gases are mixed with the alkaline slurry, and acidic sulfur dioxide gas reacts with calcium to form calcium sulfite. And calcium sulfite is a harmless salt. Free radical, define free radical: a particle with an unpaired electron. How are free radicals formed? Free radicals are formed when a covalent bond splits equally, giving 1 electron to each atom, and free radicals particle with unpaired electron. And what makes free radical reactive? The unpaired electron. When a covalent bond splits equally, giving 1 electron to each atom, and free radical is particle with unpaired electron. Photochemical reactions: reactions that are started by ultraviolet light. Free radical substitution reactions: when a hydrogen atom is replaced by chlorine or bromine. Define chlorofluorocarbons. When halogenoalkane molecules are chlorofluorocarbons are halogenoalkane molecules where all the hydrogen atoms are replaced by chlorine and fluorine. It's really important all of them have been replaced by chlorine or fluorine. What does ozone do in the atmosphere, and how is it formed naturally? Ozone acts as a chemical sunscreen, and it's formed naturally when oxygen is broken down into free radicals by ultraviolet radiation, and then the free radicals attack other oxygen molecules forming O3. 3 key characteristics of chlorofluorocarbons and 2 uses. 3 key characteristics: unreactive, non-flammable, non-toxic of chlorofluorocarbons. 2 uses: coolant gas in fridges as solvents, propellants in aerosols. 2 safer alternatives to chlorofluorocarbons contain no chlorine: hydrocarbons, hydrofluorocarbons, also known as HFCs.